Greetings everyone, my name is Tushar and I'm your English language trainer. And today we are going to discuss few tips on enhancing your band score in IELTS writing task 2. So multitude of students come to me and they ask about the tips and techniques, though there are many, but to start with any, before starting or before giving you any tip, I would really request and I would appreciate you practicing a lot. So practice is the main key to score, to improve your score in IELTS examination and so to say in any examination, right? So first tip to improve your IELTS writing task 2 score is vary your sentence length. When I say vary your sentence length, I mean do not just use simple sentences, make it compound, make it long sentence. For example, if you want to say Gulshan is fond of having junk food, he may fall sick, he may get hospitalized. So these are three sentences. Now club it into one. Gulshan is fond of having junk food. As a result, he may fall sick and thus there are more chances of him getting hospitalized. So rather than just building three sentences, build one complex or combined sentence. The second tip is avoid there is or there are. Where there is a need, wherever you can, please avoid there is or there are. For example, there are large number of students who face difficulties while clearing IELTS examination. So instead, say a large number of IELTS students face it difficult or find it difficult to crack IELTS examination. Avoid using there is and there are. My third tip is avoid so, comma, really, comma, a lot of, comma, very. In IELTS writing task 2, you are expected to use more of an academic or formal language. So avoid using these words so, really, and very. For example, you can say robot driven car is really controversial. So avoid using really and just say robot driven car is controversial. Instead of saying very good, say outstanding, say fabulous, say inspiring, say thought provoking, or you can say splendid, top notch. Then you have a word very bad. So avoid using very bad in IELTS writing task 2, rather use terrible, it's horrible, it's awful, it's terrifying. Third word is like very delicious. So do not use very delicious, say it's appetizing, it's scrumptious, it's really flavorful. So you can use that. And next is using a lot of. Do not use a lot of, instead use a multitude of, a great number of. I'll give you an example. A lot of students come to me for IELTS examination. So use a multitude of students come to me for IELTS examination and personality development classes. My next tip is use right word in the right context. So in my videos or in my last video, which was titled using vocabulary or building up the vocabulary, when I say build up the vocabulary, I don't just mean that you build up the vocabulary or you just make a list of words that you find new every day. It can be one word a day, it can be three words a day. I don't really mean it. I mean make a list and use it every day. Do not just make a list. Use the list of words every day so that these words are embedded in your mind. And there is another practice how you can keep these words in your subconscious mind as well. In your house, wherever you know that like daily, every day you go to this room, maybe it's your bedroom or it's your kitchen or bathroom, anywhere. Pick up three words, write it in A4 sheet with the meaning and paste it on these rooms. So whenever you get an access or you move into that room, your eyes will read these words and automatically these words will be ingrained in your mind. So once these are ingrained, it's not the final task. You have to use it. Use these words also. I'll give you an example. For example, there is a word thought. So this thought word can be used in different contexts. For example, spare a thought. So when we say spare a thought, we mean we give a thought to the people who have suffered a challenging time or who have suffered a tough situations. So we say spare a thought for the people who have faced tough time during pandemic. The second word is hear one's thought. That means listening to someone's thought, like asking somebody to give an opinion. And the example is, I would really like to hear your thought on my videos, so do write your feedback in the comment section. Third is, our thought or one's thought goes out to. We use our thought goes out to when there is something really disastrous has happened to someone. So we say we can have an example. Our thought goes out to people who has suffered during floods or natural calamities. Fourth is thought occur to me. So thought occur to me is like कोई दिमाग में बात आई है, अभी कोई idea hit किया है. So you can use the example. A thought just occurred to me that I must share my video on writing task 2, and I'll share the link in my description. The fifth is gather one's thought. So gather one's thought is used when you have to give your opinion after a sudden shock. So that means use gather one's thought. And last tip is avoid using contraction in writing task 2. Again, I repeat, writing task 2, you should avoid using informal language, avoid using any idiomatic language. Yes, build up the vocabulary, use the right word in the right context. If you want to use don't, do not just write don't, say do not or write do not. Isn't is not, hasn't is has not, haven't is have not, won't is will not, shouldn't is should not, mustn't is must not. So write the helping verbs in full, avoid using any contractions. And once you have completed writing your task 2, a must do thing for each one of you is to give it a revision. Keep last 2 minutes to revise your essay. It's very important because in last 2 or 3 minutes you can save your 0.5 score. You will not be able to rewrite the essay, but yes, you may add a connector here and there. You may correct your grammatical mistakes, and you may also correct your spelling mistakes. And also, do not forget to watch my video on Ielts Writing Task 2. I've shared 5 tips how to draft an essay, and I'll share the link of this video in the description. As I shared that I will share an idiom every day at the end of my video. So the idiom of the day is cost an arm and a leg. That means very expensive. An example of using cost an arm and a leg is, this bungalow has costed me an arm and a leg. I hope you love the video. I am looking forward to your comment. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a review. Thank you so much.